LA, let's get to California and we'll get to our guest and Governor Newsom. So for the 47th time in 48 days, gas prices have gone up in Los Angeles County. You now pay $3.82 a gallon for regular in Los Angeles County. $3.82. All right, ever since Biden was sworn in, stopped the pipeline, stopped the drilling on federal land, sent a signal he's going to attack the oil industry and fossil fuels. Gas prices everywhere are gone up. But LA is crazy up. You'll have $5 by Labor Day in LA. Save your money. Now, Newsom could do something about this. He could take away the amazing tax on gas in California, giving the folks out there a break, but Newsom, he's too busy with other things. He's being recalled, all right? He's going to have to be on the ballot, and Californians may boot him out. Now, Bernie Sanders issued this to his followers. Bernie, he loves Newsom. Right-wing Republicans of California trying to recall Gavin Newsom for the crime of telling people to wear masks and for listening to scientists during COVID. Extremist Republicans have done enough to undermine democracy already. We must all unite to oppose the recall in California. So I guess the scientists told Governor Newsom to go to the French Laundry and have dinner without a mask while everybody else in California couldn't do that. I'm sure, according to Bernie, the scientists told him to do it. Unbelievable. It is unbelievable. All right, let's bring in our guest, who is a former California State Assemblyman. His name is Mike Gatto. He's coming to us from Los Angeles. He's a Republican, one of the few out there.
Democrat.
Oh, you're a Democrat? I thought you were a Republican.
Yes, I am. Don't hold it against me, Bill.
No, I'm not holding it against you. I'm not a party guy. But good. I'm glad. So just before I get to you, the recall people say this is why we have to fire Newsom. Unaffordable housing, release of violent criminals, highest homeless rate and poverty rate in the nation, rising crime, failing schools, illegals are giving tax refunds, welfare, medical insurance, housing, education, and free phones. All of that in addition to botching COVID. Is that fair? Is this laundry list of we got to get rid of Newsom fair?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I think the recall runs a risk of fizzling if life returns to normal, right? Most people I know believe that the recall will hinge on if you can go have a beer in a restaurant and if your kids are back in school. And obviously, we're headed in that direction. The whole country's headed in that direction. So the challenge for the recall proponents is to make this about something more than COVID, to go through that laundry list that you went through and to try to hang that around Governor Newsom. And that part is not fair. California, has had the strictest rules with COVID. The pandemic's been very hard on everybody. There were some high-profile screw-ups early, things like closing hiking trails. I went to a park the other day, and there are 2 swings for kids, and one of them was taped off with police tape. I mean, stuff like that is ridiculous. And those are criticisms that are accurate. But to try to tie that entire laundry list around Governor Newsom's head, I don't think is quite fair. But that shows the challenge that the recall proponents have is to keep that anger fresh.
Okay, but it is true. All of these things are true. I mean, on the coast of California, the highest housing prices in the world, not just in the country. All right, you're releasing violent criminals. The guy in LA County, where you live, I mean, he's not holding them. No bail, all of that. Highest homeless rates, homeless in LA, where you live, crazy. San Francisco, destroyed. Rising crime everywhere. Central Valley, Northern California. All right, failing schools in the big cities. So none of this is made up. And then you have the optics of the French Laundry and George Lopez in Fresno, another restaurant thing with Newsom. So Newsom, I think, is in trouble. There's going to be a recall. They have enough signatures. So the vote will be this summer, I understand. Is that correct?
Well, like everything else in California involving the government, it's complicated and there's a lot of red tape. Signatures are due 8 days from now. The counties have until April 29 to count them and verify them. Signers then get a brief period to unsign the petition. to come forth and say that they had second thoughts. The Secretary of State then tallies the total, and assuming it qualifies, then the lieutenant governor, not the governor, sets the election day within a range set by statute. It's likely to be in November, October, November, something like that.
No, not by summer. So you think October, November. Okay. Now, attached to the you want Newsom out or not are people to replace him, correct? On the same ballot, right? The same day. Is that correct?
Correct. It's a little bit of a two-step process. Question one is, do you want the governor to be recalled?
Out,
Question
and
two
then who
is,
do you want takes place? How do you get on that ballot? See, I'd like to run because I'd love to live in San Diego or, California. So I want to get on that ballot. How do I do that?
Well, it's remarkably easy. The recall has slightly easier requirements for getting on the ballot. Last time this happened in the recall of Governor Gray Davis about 20 years ago, we had porn stars running. We had Gary Coleman, the little guy from Different Strokes. I mean, it was a freak show in a weird way.
Zoo, right.
Yeah,
So
and the challenge
do you have
for
to
voters
get a
is
certain amount? Do you have to get a certain amount of signers on a petition to get on the ballot?
You do, but it's drastically less than the requirements for running for governor in the ordinary course of things. The filing fees are smaller. The signature requirement is less. And it's very, very easy to get on that ballot. There will be dozens and dozens of candidates.
Okay. Your prediction.
I mean, look, California's always had a rebellious spirit. We're not as deep blue as some people think. You can't forget that Arnold Schwarzenegger, a Republican, was governor just 10 and a half years ago when I took office. But the recall has a challenge. They need to find a Republican legend in California, someone like Condoleezza Rice or The Rock, somebody like that, or a very, very prominent Democrat to run. Otherwise, the election will just be, do you want to replace Gavin Newsom with one of these minor Republicans? And I think California is too blue to go for that.
All right. So if The Rock, who said he might want to get into politics, would run, he might be the new Schwarzenegger out there. That's very possible, correct?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's almost too much the last playbook. They say the generals are always fighting the last war. That applies in politics, too. Another action star might be a little too close to Arnold Schwarzenegger, but somebody like that, right? You need somebody with instant celebrity.
Yeah,
because I'll tell you,
recognition, right? That would do it out in California. All right. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We appreciate it. I think they're going to boot Newsom. I have no idea who's going to take his place. Fellow Americans, I am concerned about the U.S. dollar. Huge debt, as you know. Will it stay as the world's reserve currency? That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. And the only company I recommend, and have for years, is American Hartford Gold. I trust them. I've personally done business with them. They sell physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. And they make it very easy. So call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold shot up more than 40%. Silver, more than 60%. So don't wait. Call them now. 866-501-5201. 866-501-5201. Or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201. Or text Bill to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.